Dear students, in the previous video I have talked about the two methods like sequence based method and structure based method for the protein function prediction, and in this video I will talk about the further methods available for the protein sequence protein function identification or prediction. So the next method is sequence motif based. So the question comes ki what is the motif, what is the motif? Okay, so that is the main thing. So motif is what? Suppose this is a sequence and you've been asked to examine the motifs available in the sequence. So how you will identify the sequence? Sorry, how you will identify the motifs? Motif is nothing but it is the conserved part. So suppose this is a conserved part and it is known as motif. Then you will ask, sir, what is the domain? Yes, it is a domain. Now it is confusing. What is the difference between motif and domain? So when the domain is repeated so many times in the sequence, it is known as motif. So it is a domain and it is a motif when it is repeated so many times in a sequence. For more explanation, I will tell you, like when you go to a Facebook, so you type in your browser www.facebook.com. So whenever you will type this one, it will open a same site. It will not open the college website or your some other study material, some Google or what. It will always open Facebook. So it is domain. So domain says as domain says conserved part. Conserved part. Okay, so domain is a conserved part. Clear? Now what is motif? Motif is repetitive conserved part, means which will repeat again and again in the sequence. So this is a protein sequence and this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this is and this and this is the 4. So these are the 4 motifs. Now it will become as a motif because it is same sequence. The sequence must be same. It is repeating again and again. Okay, so now it is clear, I hope. So the next method is sequence motif based. The development of protein domain database such as PFAM. PFAM is a protein family database. Okay, protein family allows to find known domains within a query sequence, providing evidence for likely function. So what does the meaning is? Suppose this is a protein sequence whose structure you want to predict. Okay, so I'll remove this part because so taking the space. So this is the protein sequence whose structure you want to. So what you did it, you just run this sequence against the, just as an example, PFAM database. There is so many, you can go run for the cath, you can run for the scan scope. So there is various database. Suppose we run for the PFAM, protein family database. What is the motive? We want to know the domain. So what is domain? I told you before, it is a conserved part. Okay, and you find it out the domain of this sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 domains. They are not motif, they are domain. Okay, so when you found the domains, like it is a D1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Okay, and you find that 1, 3 and 4 they are matching, it means it is motif, it is repetitive. Okay, and they are not matching. So my topic is not to find out motif. We have to identify the function of a protein. So what we will do is we will check with all the sequence available ki what is the function of this domain, what is the function of this domain. If it is repeated, it will be same. What is the function of this domain, this. So we'll identify the function of a domain. When you will get the function of a domain, you can easily find out the function of your protein sequence, because this sequence is unknown but they are known. And when you know the function of this one and this one is identified from your sequence, so usually you can infer that what is the function of your protein. Clear? So this is sequence motif based. Next method is network based. Network based is what? Several network based methods are based on different data sources can be combined into a complex network, which can then be used by a prediction algorithm to annotate candidate gene or protein. So I'll give you an example of a tool that is known as string, string, string. So what does it, the meaning of network is, as you know the network, so I'll tell you the definition of network. Network is connection of connections. The meaning of this is, suppose this one, this, like this. So this is a complete network. It is the same color, so it might be a little bit clumsy, but hope you will understand well. I'll try to find. When you will go to the string, you will find like this. So what is the meaning of what these dots are showing? Like this is these dots. I'll just enlarge it. So this is, so if you will give me a structure like this, I will clearly say that, so this one, this gene is the origin, this is the origin, because you can see most of the edges, most are the connections, they are initiating from this point. Okay, so this is the center point. So what does the meaning of network base is? Suppose this is a gene, sequence, and we want to know the network of this. So just go to the string database, as I told you, enter the sequence, and it will give you a network, complete network. It will give you a network. So you will identify the origin, from what are the networks it is connected, and you will get the very best representation of the connections among them, all the possible genes which are possible, which are connected with it. So when you will get the connections like this, suppose these are the genes were connected somehow, some are farly connected, some are loosely connected, some are nearly connected. So in the end, by looking to the function of these similar genes, you can annotate the function of your protein sequence. As it is mentioned here, association type algorithm may be used to produce a functional association network for a given target group of gene or proteins. These networks serve as a representation of the evidence for similar function within a group of gene, where nodes represent gene protein and lines to each other by edges representing evidence of shared function. Means, what is the meaning of it saying? Like this one, these two dots, they are either gene or protein. Then what is this? This is the level of matching, how much they are close, how much they are far. So if they are very close, then it is they are closely packed. If they are long like this, then they are loosely connected. So this is, by these methods we can identify the function of any protein. So we have, I will summarize it here. We have discussed about the five methods: sequence similarity based method, structure similarity based method, sequence motif based method, and the network. Sorry, we have discussed four methods and the network based method. So these are the four methods we have used to identify the function of a protein. So by this bioinformatics play a major role in the identification of a protein function. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss about the next topic. Thank you.